Today, we are going to dive into something that is probably the most difficult part of your fitness journey, the mental battle of dieting. Now, I want to start by saying that dieting doesn't have to be some rigid plan like keto, vegan, or pescatarian. It's about finding something that's healthy, something that works, and most importantly, something that you can stick to. If you can find a diet that checks all three of these boxes, you've basically already won. And finding a diet isn't a temporary fix. It's a long-term goal and mindset, which needs to become part of your life by building healthy habits through trial and error, consistency, and just wanting it bad enough. So today we're going to break down the 3 key areas to help you conquer the mental battle of dieting. But before getting into it, this will only take about 30 seconds and it's pretty important and it relates to a lot of this video. Basically, I have this full bodybuilding guide which I've linked first in the description down below. It includes some of the best workouts, best exercises, and best splits for muscle growth. It even includes some of the best nutrition tips for bulking and for cutting. So go check that out once I gain your trust. Now let's get back into the video. So we're going to start out with section 1, which is finding habits that reduce your hunger. And I'm starting out with arguably the most difficult aspect of dieting down. And this is going to be reducing your hunger in a healthy way. So it's finding that good medium, which like I said, comes from trial and error and consistency. So one of the best ways to pull this off is eating more vegetables. Basically, vegetables are packed with fiber and they're also high in volume, which makes you feel full a lot faster. Vegetables are also low in calories. So one, they make you feel full and they're low in calories, which is perfect for cutting down. So more specifically, how can you use vegetables in meals? Basically, what I would suggest is when you have a vegetable as part of your meal, eat the vegetable part of the meal first so that you can start feeling more full immediately, so that when you're done eating the whole meal, you feel very full and you'll start to train your brain in order to actually need less food to function. We'll get into that a bit more later on in this video. And the next is trying to eat smaller portions. And I know this may seem obvious, but doing things like trying to use smaller plates or use awkwardly shaped utensils. I know it sounds silly, but it actually works. Some people try using chopsticks to help them eat slower, which helps them feel more full quickly. Whatever works for you is just all about that trial and error and consistency, like I said. One way to pull this off as well is by not distracting yourself while eating. And I know a lot of us like to watch YouTube or watch Instagram reels while we eat, but ultimately what this does is it keeps you from focusing on how hungry your body feels. What that basically means is it distracts your body from feeling full, which can lead to overeating. So instead, what I would suggest is sitting down with your food in front of you, looking at your food and focusing on how much food you're eating, actively watching the food disappear off your plate as you're eating. And then number 3 is watching out for foods that make you have a lot of cravings or foods that may not be very filling but may have a lot of calories. And those things, like I said, will come from being consistent and sticking to that trial and error mentality like I mentioned before. And basically that wraps up section 1. Now let's move on to section 2, which is building habits in order to visualize your success. And this is an incredibly powerful tool that many successful people use in order to actually make it to their goals. Here are a few ways you can actually do this. Journaling your thoughts and your progress. Basically, this involves writing things down that makes your goal feel a bit more tangible and to get it kind of out of your mind and written down. Number 2 is performing meditation or going on walks. This is basically just spending some time in quiet reflection. This is going to help you with your focus and your mental clarity. Number 3 is talking to people about your goals. So like people who are your friends and your family, the people who are in your small circle. This is going to help you more plan your goals and actually make you feel a bit more excited and driven to do work. And then number 4 is just simply to learn more about dieting. Make sure to stay informed, stay curious, and remember that this is a journey that is full of learning. When you visualize yourself winning and achieving your goals, you're more likely to reach them. And in many cases, it'll actually make you feel more excited to do work. And that basically wraps up section 2. That one was a pretty quick one, but it's arguably one of the most important ones. Moving on to section 3, the final section, is to build habits in order to keep track of everything. And this is pretty important because it helps get a lot of your big goals and your big plans out of your mind and written down. It's sort of similar to the journaling point that we mentioned before. So here are some important things that I would suggest that you track while you're dieting or on your fitness journey. Number 1 is track your calories daily. Make sure that you're not eating too much while you're dieting down, but also make sure that you're eating enough in order to stay healthy. Your health matters too. And number 2, keep an eye on the types of foods that you're eating as well. Make sure that you're eating filling foods with low calories with a cheat meal every once in a while to maybe help you keep going. Number 3 is to monitor your macros, so your protein, carbs, and fats. These all have their important benefits that'll help you stay healthy and actually reach your goals. And number 4, make sure that you're actually getting enough sleep. Make sure that you're sleeping 7 to 9 hours per night. And number 5, of course, track your exercise. Whether it's just going for a walk, movement matters a lot when it comes to dieting. Now, I know keeping track of all this may seem like a lot and it can seem very daunting, but trust me, it is very rewarding to see your progress tracked down on paper or on your device. And it's also great to take the weight of all your goals and plans off of your mind by getting it written down. I hope you can see how all of these different habits that I've compiled in this video kind of all relate to one another to create this guide to help you conquer the mental battle of dieting. And so to recap, along with finding a diet that is healthy, something that works, and most importantly, something you can stick to, the key to conquering the mental battle of dieting is reducing your hunger, 2, visualizing your success, and number 3, keeping track of everything. Stay accountable, stay consistent through trial and error, and you will make it and you will find what works for you. Be sure to check out the full bodybuilding guide, which I've linked first in the description. It will be waiting for you down there when you're ready. Remember, dieting isn't just about what you eat. It's about creating a lifestyle of healthy habits that work for you. So get used to the process, be patient with yourself, keep fighting that mental battle every single day. Stay persistent, and most importantly, take care.